So about a month ago, I got this game called Come Deliverance, and ever since it has absolutely shattered my world. It has taken over everything. I'm thinking about it while I'm at work. I'm thinking about it while I'm at uni. I'm thinking about it while I'm out with my friends. I took 1 week off from work just to play this game for a week straight, non-stop. I cannot stop. I'm addicted. Help! Okay, I might be overdoing it a little bit, but yes, it's a very addicting game, and that's what we're going to talk about today. My name is Afan, by the way. Welcome to the channel. I hope you're all doing great. I'm doing just great as well. So yeah, the video is about Kingdom Come Deliverance, a game that I got very recently. Like I said, it was a game that was suggested to me by my friend about 2 years ago, and I kept putting it off, not wanting to get it, because I thought it would just be another RPG, and RPGs, as you know, are games that take a lot of time, and so I kept putting it off until I got this message, because I had it in my wish list, that a game in your wish list is on sale, and I checked and it was like $2 or something, and I was like, well, might as well get it. My lovely friend suggested it to me, so let's go and get the game, and I've gotten it, and that's all I'm doing. I mean, think about it. It has impacted me so much that I am having to make a YouTube channel where I'm talking about that game. Think about that for a second. If taking a week off from work wasn't enough, I'm now sitting here talking about that game to a microphone. I don't even know if anyone's listening. I mean, I want to listen to me, to be perfectly honest. But anyways, about the game. The game is a very unique RPG, Kingdom Come Deliverance. By the way, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 is coming out very soon as well, and I do want to promote it a little bit because I do want to appreciate, I don't work for Warhorse Studio or anything like that. I'm not getting paid by them or anything like that. I just want to help them because they are not a massive AAA studio, and you can really tell that from the game when you play it, because graphically the game is not all that, but that doesn't matter. You know, there are glitches here and there. The hitboxes are not all there, but it doesn't matter because it is such a unique and immersive game that it captures you. It captures you through its deep realism and historical accuracy. I mean, it is actually very historically accurate. The landscapes are real. It is set in 15th century Bohemia, and the landscapes and the villages and the castles and pretty much everything, the swords, the clothing, the architecture, I mean, really everything. It's very immersive. It's something that I think history enthusiasts will enjoy quite a bit. There's a lot of attention to detail in this game. There's actually a subreddit where you can compare today's Bohemia with the one in the game, and if you actually do a side-by-side comparison, the game with IRL, it's very, very similar, and it's just fantastic. There's a lot of work that has gone into this game, and it's a very challenging game as well, so don't expect it to be a breeze. The game does not give you any tutorials. It does not hold your hand at all. It sort of throws you in there and expects you to learn by playing the game. And of course, if that's not enough, then there's, I think, a hardcore mode or something like that, which then doesn't give you any help at all. The normal mode at least gives you some tips. Hardcore, no tips. You gotta take the whole thing. Anyways, that was a deep throat joke. Anyways, so yeah, like I said, it has an engaging storytelling. It has a very relatable protagonist. The protagonist is named Henry. He's a blacksmith's son, and his journey is grounded in realism and personal growth. He starts out as basically a nobody. I'm not going to give any spoilers, but a lot happens to him, and he has to quickly learn how to fight. He doesn't know how to fight. He has to quickly learn how to speak with, well, the commoners as well as the royalty and the nobles, how to interact, what to wear, where to wear, and how to wear. Literally, your clothing impacts your ability to play this game. Your swords, everything. I mean, speaking of the realism, yes, it is a living, breathing, beautiful world, and it feels like all the characters are there for a purpose, and that purpose isn't just to serve the protagonist, but they actually have their own things going on as well, because the little tasks, side quests, which you might call, given to you are not just some random things that you do. They're actually stories in a way, if you think about it. Stories which does not make Henry the centerpiece of it, but rather other people, and making it, like I said, realistic. Of course, it has dynamic weather and seasons, day and night. You can't just leave the game, go do something, and come back and expect it to be the same exact time. It'll be a different time of the day or night if you do not pause the game. So there's that. The weather will change. Your horse will react differently in different weathers. People will act differently to different weathers. Like I said, your clothing matters, so people will react differently to the way you're dressed. And there's actually an economy as well in this game. So you can't just go around looting people and selling it to a merchant. Unlimited selling. No, the merchants do not have unlimited wealth. They have a set amount of groshens, as they like to call it in this game. That's the currency of the game. And you can only sell whatever they can buy, which is just brilliant. I mean, it makes me sound stupid saying that. It is that simple, but no other game really has done that. You can only sell what the person buying can buy. I mean, it is common sense, isn't it? But so many games ignore that part. Not this game, though. But guess what? When that merchant runs out of money because he bought a lot of stuff from you, he then goes and sells that stuff, and you have to wait for him to sell that stuff. And when he sells it, of course, he buys it from you at a lower price, and then, of course, he sells it at a higher price, therefore making a profit. When he comes back to you, he has a bunch of money. I mean, to the point that Miller Peshek, or whatever his name is, now has a wealth around 50k every time I meet him. It's all thanks to me and my stealing ways. Nobody needs to know. In the dark I go. That bastard better give me the hand of Teresa, his niece. I mean, I've made him a wealthy man. Anyways, Teresa is a love interest of Henry, a romantic sort of relationship there as well. I'm not going to give away too much. She's a very important character. There's a bit of DLC there as well. But yeah, man, each decision that you make, whether it be a romantic relationship or fights or just in general, stealing, killing people, or being a good person, not stealing, or catching people who steal, punishing people who do wrong. I mean, it all impacts your relationship with everyone. And I mean every single person. I mean people who are just NPCs, just there. Even they will treat you differently because of your actions throughout the game. Merchants will treat you differently by how you treat other merchants. If you sell them stolen goods, they will not buy it, and if they're going to buy it, they're going to buy it very cheaply. If you actually get in a sword fight, your armor and sword takes hits, of course. You will then need to repair them. You will need to go to a blacksmith and an armorer or a swordsmith to repair that stuff. Now, of course, you can learn to repair it yourself. That is actually one part that I found a bit weird, that you are a blacksmith's son and you're not a child, but you don't actually know how to repair a sword, which is kind of weird, or make a sword for that matter. But I guess just because your father is a blacksmith doesn't mean you have to be. But that's, I think, also what makes this game so great is the fact that Henry literally knows nothing. I mean, there's a lock-picking mechanism in this game, and at the beginning of the game, like I said, Henry knows nothing, Jon Snow, or Henry Skalitz. What's his name, actually? I forgot his name. Skalitz is the name of the place he's from. That's not his last name. Henry of Skalitz, not Henry. Anyways, let's not get too much into his last name and family name, because that's spoiler territory. Wink, wink. Anyways, I mean, it is so immersive that there is actually no fast travel. I mean, yes, there is fast travel, but you can absolutely get stopped during your fast travel. Time will pass. During your fast travel, you can get ambushed and attacked by people along the road while you're fast traveling. So even fast traveling is not fast traveling. It is, like I said, realistic and immersive. It is quite a challenge, this game. The combat is so difficult. If you think that you can go in and just fight 10 people, even after learning how to fight and being really good with the sword, you are mistaken, my friend. Yes, you'll take on maybe 5, 6, 7 of them, but the last 3 will kill you. So the best thing to do, much like in real life, when you're outnumbered and you know that you cannot win here, turn your buttocks towards the enemy and you run like the wind, which of course makes it, again, very realistic, makes it so that you have to think twice before you draw your sword. Like I talked about the lockpicking, there's a mechanism that is so difficult that in the beginning you will most definitely break locks and you will most definitely get caught, and that obviously impacts your relationship with the people negatively, and it makes it so scary and so thrilling to steal. Just like in real life. Don't ask me how I know that. Anyways, but I mean, think about that. You have to pick a lock. In which other game do you actually have to think about picking a lock? Because you might fail, and failing might mean that you might get caught, and getting caught doesn't mean that you failed the challenge, but it means that you failed everyone who believed in you. Henry. And of course, keeping with that realism, there is no magic or fantasy elements. Although there are potions and stuff like that that you can make. There's alchemy in it, which is pretty good. There's crafting and customization. There are different foods that you have to make, and they go bad as well. Like I said, the shoes even that you have on, the clothes that you have on, if you do not wash them and take proper care of them, they will tear and they'll smell and people will look at you weird. I mean, even if you crouch, people will ask you,
"Have you lost something?"
He looks like a hen. Maybe he'll lay an egg.
What's the matter, laddie? Need to shit? Back trouble? Or bellyache, have you? That's nasty.
Is that some new kind of game?
He doesn't look drunk.
Which is true, because I mean, if I do that in front of you for no damn reason, you would ask me that as well. Well, I hope at least you do. And of course, the combat isn't just difficult, it's also very complex, but unique. I think I have not seen really a combat system like this before. And there are obviously different types of weapons. That's not unique to this game, but the different weapons do different things. Again, that's not unique to this game. But again, the way those weapons are used, the combat system, is very unique in my opinion, at least. Maybe there are other games that have that which I haven't played, in which case please do let me know. I feel like I've been talking for way too long, and I hope I made some sense. I mean, this game has a great engagement from the community as well, so I would love to hear from you guys. What is your story with this game? How did you find out about it? Like, I found out about 2 years ago, and then eventually I played the game. I would love to hear your story, and like I said, please, if you are someone who enjoys RPGs, give this game a try. It's on sale, I think, still, but CD2 is coming out as well, because some people do have a problem with the visuals. As I mentioned, it's a smaller developer, so the visuals aren't all that, and of course there are glitches in the game here and there. CD2 apparently is the game that the company actually wanted CD1 to be, but they didn't have the funds to make it happen, and now of course, because of the support from the community, they are able to make a bigger, better game. So do pre-order it. I hear the collector's edition's already sold out, and I'm so glad, because like I said, I actually want to support this developer, because in this day and age, there are very few developers who actually take their time to sit down and properly plan out a game and finish it and polish it and not just give you a broken mess. And of course, like I said, this game has broken stuff too. Every game does. But I would say this game has maybe 1 to 2% broken stuff compared to other games, which is like 50-50. Half of the game is a broken mess and they just release it. The developers of the game truly put their heart and soul into making this, and you can really feel that when you play the game. Not just the mechanics, but the storyline and really everything. The music in the game, the audio is so lovely. I mean, there's a certain theme that plays in this game, which I'm absolutely in love with. I mean, I've listened to it so much now that I actually, when I'm driving to work or somewhere else, I play it in my car as well, which is kind of weird. And talking about the details, even the horses that they have in this game have names, and those names are based on mythologies or real stories or whatever you want to call them. I mean, some people believe them to be real because they're based on religion, some of them, and some of them are based on mythology. And whatever your beliefs are, my point is that they have actually taken their time even to name horses. I mean, tell me, what does it do to name a horse? It doesn't do anything but show the dedication of the development team, of how in detail and in depth they will go, to which lengths they will go to make this game and to make it immersive and to really capture you as a player. And I think they've done a brilliant job. I absolutely love this game. I've said everything that I've said and more, and I cannot wait to play KCD 2. I would love to hear your story with this game, how you found it, how you feel about the game, and are you looking forward to KCD 2? I will like to mention that I'm going to make other videos very similar to this, where I'm just going to talk, just like I did in this one, about a game or games that I like. So there's that. If there are games that you would like me to play and then share my opinions about that game here, do let me know in the comments down below as well. Once again, thank you so much for watching or listening, and I will see you guys in the next video. Until then, all praise be to Jesus. Oh, what's that? There's that one dude, the bird dude who makes that noise. Oh, I wish I had remembered that. But there are so many legendary moments amongst others in this. But yeah, see you later, and God be praised.